In a busy compound in the heart of Port Harcourt, Mama Emma and Mama Bola were neighbors. Their houses stood side by side, and their friendship was as close as family. Though they had different ways of raising their children, they were best friends. Mama Emma was firm and strict, always setting rules and insisting on order. Mama Bola, on the other hand, was kind and laid back, rarely scolding anyone. Both women were hardworking sellers who spent most of their time at the market, leaving little time for their children. Bola and Emma, the two kids, both 8 years old, were like siblings. They did everything together, sharing secrets, finishing schoolwork, and playing games in the compound. Their happy laughter fills the dusty yard, a constant reminder of their carefree childhood. One evening, during dinner, Emmanuel said to his mother, "Mama, I want a phone. All my friends in school have one, and I feel left out." Mama Bola stopped eating and looked at him. "A phone, Emmanuel? Don't you think you are too young for that?" But Mama Emmanuel replied, his eyes wide with hope, "It's not just for playing. I can use it to learn too." Mama Bola sighed, unsure if her son was ready for such a big responsibility. She decided to give him a challenge. "If you can come first in your class this time, I'll get you a phone. But only if you show you've earned it." Emmanuel's face lit up with determination. From that day on, Emmanuel worked harder than before, putting all his effort into his studies. Even Bola saw the difference. "You are really determined to get this phone, aren't you?" she joked one evening while they did math homework together. "I'll prove to Mama that I can do it," Emmanuel said with confidence. When the term ended, Emmanuel reached his target. He came home holding his report card, smiling with pride. "Mama, look, first place." Mama Bola couldn't hide her happiness. She hugged him tightly and promised to keep her word. As she had said, she bought Emmanuel a shiny new iPhone, fancier than he ever expected. He was thrilled. From that day, the phone became Emmanuel's most treasured item. He used it to play games, watch cartoons, and browse the internet. Bola often joined him, and they spent hours laughing at the funny clips and enjoying playful games together. One bright afternoon, Emmanuel and Bola sat in his room, focused on the phone. "Let's see what else is here," Emmanuel said, browsing through the apps. Bola agreed, her eyes full of wonder. This phone has so many things. Their simple curiosity started something they didn't expect, a power that would challenge their friendship and purity. One quiet afternoon, while Mama Emma and Mama Bola were at the market, Emmanuel and Bola sat in Emmanuel's room as they usually did. Emmanuel was scrolling through his phone, checking different apps and videos while Bola looked over his shoulder. Suddenly, Emmanuel stopped. "What's this?" he asked, clicking on a strange icon. The screen showed a list of videos. The pictures were different from the cartoons and games they normally liked. Out of curiosity, Emmanuel clicked on one, and the video started playing, showing adults doing things the kids didn't understand. Emmanuel and Bola watched, their faces filled with both confusion and curiosity. "What are they doing?" Bola whispered softly. Emmanuel paused, frowning. "I think it's something adults do. I've heard older boys at school talk about this." Bola's cheek turned red. Emmanuel shrugged, with staring at the screen. "It's just a video. We are not doing anything wrong." But deep down, both of them felt uneasy. When the video ended, instead of closing the app, Emmanuel clicked on another one. As time passed, their discomfort turned into curiosity. They didn't fully understand what they were watching, but it kept pulling them in. "Let's not tell anyone about this," Emmanuel said firmly. "It's a secret." Bola nodded, though part of her wanted to tell her mother. She knew Mama Emma wouldn't take it lightly. Her strict mother didn't tolerate mistakes, and Bola didn't want to imagine what would happen if she found out. From that day, Emmanuel and Bola's afternoon were different. Whenever their mothers were at the market, they stayed in Emmanuel's room, watching more of the forbidden videos. The cheerful laughter that used to fill the compound was replaced by quiet talks and secret looks. Days turned into weeks, and their friendship began to change. They stopped playing outside or doing homework together like before. Instead, their time together was now focused on the secret they had found. One day, as they sat in Emmanuel's room, Bola looked at him. "Do you think it's wrong to watch these videos?" she asked, her voice shaking. Emmanuel shifted uncomfortably. "They are just videos, Bola. We are not doing anything bad. But if Mama finds out," Bola said clearly. Worried, Emmanuel frowned. "She won't. We just have to keep it to ourselves." Bola agreed, but her worry grew stronger every day. One afternoon, Bola surprised Emmanuel by saying, "What if we try doing what we see in the videos?" Emmanuel froze. "What? No, Bola, that's not a good idea." "Why not?" Bola asked. "If adults do it, maybe we will understand it better." Emmanuel shook his head, feeling nervous. "I don't think it's right. What if someone finds out?" But Bola wouldn't drop the idea. Her curiosity was stronger than her fear, and she kept talking about it until Emmanuel hesitantly agreed. The first time they tried, it didn't go as they thought. Bola felt a sudden pain and quickly told Emmanuel to stop. She ran out of the room crying. For days, she stayed away from Emmanuel, not wanting to talk to him or even look at him. Emmanuel felt awful. He wanted to say sorry, but didn't know how. After a few days, Emmanuel finally talked to Bola at school. "I'm sorry," he said quietly. "I shouldn't have said yes." Bola paused for a moment before nodding. "It's okay. Let's just forget about it." Their friendship slowly went back to normal, but it was never quite the same. One day, out of the blue, Bola surprised Emmanuel again. "I think we should try it again," she said directly. Emmanuel looked at her in shock. "No, Bola, you remember what happened last time?" Bola cut him off. "This time will be different. Please, Emmanuel, don't let me down." Emmanuel felt awful. He didn't want to agree, but he couldn't stand the thought of making Bola upset. Slowly, he agreed. One day, after school, Emmanuel and Bola decided to stay behind. In an empty classroom, the school was quiet with most students. The teachers already gone. Bola looked at Emmanuel with a serious look in her eyes. "Are you sure about this?" Emmanuel whispered nervously, looking around. Bola nodded. "We'll be fast. No one will find out." They quietly went to the school toilet, their hands raising with both fear and excitement. Just as they were about to do what they had seen in the videos, they heard footsteps coming down the hall. "Someone's coming," Emmanuel whispered, grabbing Bola's arm. Fear set in as the footsteps got louder. The kids quickly ran out of the toilet in different directions. It was the school security guard on his rounds. Luckily, he didn't see them, but the close call left them both shaken. When they got home that evening, both Mama Emma and Mama Bola were still at work, alone in the compound. Bola said to Emmanuel, "We should try again, but this time at home." Emmanuel hesitated, clearly scared. "I'm not sure, Bola. What if someone sees us? No one's around." Bola replied firmly. "Our mothers won't be back for a long time." After a moment, Emmanuel unwillingly agreed. They went into Emmanuel's room and locked the door. Just as they were about to begin, they heard the front door open. "Emmanuel, are you home?" Mama Emmanuel's voice called out. Emmanuel and Bola froze, fear written on their faces. Mama Emma's footsteps came closer, and she knocked on the door. "Emmanuel, why did you lock the door?" Panicking, they tried to hide what they were doing. When Mama Emma entered, her sharp eyes moved between Emmanuel and Bola. Something about their behavior seemed strange. "What's going on here?" she asked firmly. Bola stared at the floor, unable to look at her. Emmanuel startled, trying to explain, but his mother didn't believe him. "Both of you sit down," Mama Emma said firmly. "Tell me the truth. What have you been up to?" The children looked at each other nervously. They knew they couldn't keep it a secret any longer. With shaky voices, they admitted everything, the videos, their curiosity, and trying to copy what they had watched. Mama Emma listened quietly, her heart sinking with each word. She felt a deep guilt. How had she missed this? Had she been so focused on work that she didn't notice her son's struggles? Taking a deep breath, she said, "Stay here. I need to speak to Mama Bola." Mama Emma walked over to Mama Bola's house and explained everything. Mama Bola's face turned white with shock. She jumped up, pressing the room. "This is all Bola's fault," she said angrily. "She's the one leading Emmanuel down the wrong path." Mama Emma shook her head. "No, it's not just Bola. Both of them are responsible, and we need to work together as their mothers." For the first time, Mama Emma sat down, her usual stern attitude replaced by concern. "What should we do?" she asked softly. "We need to talk to them. More importantly, we need to get them support." "Support?" Mama Emma asked. "Yes, counseling, advice, whatever we need to help them do the right thing." The two mothers went back to Emmanuel's house and sat down with the children for a long talk. They explained why the videos they were watching were dangerous and how their actions could cause harm. Although the mothers spoke kindly, the children could feel how upset they were. After that day, life in the compound changed. Mama Emma started paying more attention to Emmanuel, easing her strictness to build a closer and more trusting bond. Mama Bola, on the other hand, spent more time with Bola, realizing that her easygoing nature had left her without proper direction. Both families decided to get professional help for the children. Through therapy, Emmanuel and Bola learned the effects of their actions and how to make better decisions in the future. Despite trying to fix things, the relationship between the two families was never the same again. Mama Bola chose to move to another compound and change Bola's school, hoping to give Bola a new beginning, far from the memories of what had happened. As the moving truck drove away, Emmanuel stood in the compound, feeling both sad and relieved. He had learned a tough lesson, one that he would never forget. Moral lessons: parents should spend quality time with their children, talk to them about using phones wisely and safely, and warn them about harmful content. Phones can be helpful for learning and staying in touch, but they should only be given when a child is old enough to use them properly. Share your thoughts in the comment section. What age do you think is right for parents to give their children a phone? Thank you for watching. Kindly like, share, and subscribe to my YouTube channel. Bye.